Good morning and happy May. As we are getting into our last month of the school year and our last 3 weeks, I can't even believe it. Um, I wanted to use this week as a catch up week. Um, so I wanted to show you how you could go in and look at assignments that you might have missed. Okay. And if you've done everything and you just love art, I've added in a couple of resources to this week's folder and I've added them into the planner, and you can do those optional assignments if you'd like. Okay, so here goes. Let me make myself smaller. So I'm currently viewing this course as a student. And what you would do is in your It's Learning page, you will go to resources, and you're going to scroll and you're going to see the folder that says school closure. Okay, it's right over here. And you're going to click on the arrow so you can drop down. And you can see that this is where I've been keeping all of your resources. Okay, so within all of these, you can see each week. So school closure week 1, week 2, we did a learning pathway. And I also like to be extra thorough when giving information to kids. So, in addition to everything in the learning pathway, I also added links to all the stuff we did in the learning pathway. And these were videos that I had students watch that week, since it was our second week, all about, what is creativity, how we start to look at art, etc. Okay, so that was really cool. But that's why that week looks a little different. Okay, so if you want to look through school closure week 2, you'd have to look through the learning target. Learning pathway. What I liked about this week was it was a Google choice board. Okay, so there was 9 choices for you to complete that, and you only had to complete 2 that week. So if you want to do those, you would have to go through the learning pathway. Okay. And then, of course, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, and we are in week 7. And again, the work I have in there is optional, but I know some of you might want to do it, and I think that's great. So if you click on the arrows to the left of each folder, you will see all the information that you need, all the resources. I think this is the best way to figure out how you might want to catch up on work, because you can look at all the information and look at what you've missed and try to get caught up. Okay. So we did a shattered drawing our first week, and I had a lot of videos on how to complete all that. I gave you vocabulary, etc., and here's different steps, all of this is also on our NFMS YouTube channel. All the stuff I do for art is on that. Then week 2, we did a Google choice board and we watched a bunch of videos about art. On week 3, we did a color wheel and we talked about different information regarding mixing colors, and I give you so many choices on how to do a color wheel. It was a lot of fun. Nobody did the edible color wheel. That's okay. Some of my favorites were the melted crayon ones and the ones where they mixed media, the found objects ones. Those were really cool. So that was week 3. Week 4, we did a recycled art project, and we learned about the recycle artist Diana Cohen, using recyclable materials around our house, plastics, paper, etc. Super creative. Oh my gosh, I was so impressed. I saw some awesome sculptures come from that. Week 5, we did an environmental art piece using environmental materials for Earth Day. I did some using different materials for my yard. Some people used rocks, built birdhouses out of things they found in their yard, did gorgeous designs with leaves, with patterns, with rocks. It was incredible. Somebody did the Avengers logo made out of all natural materials. That was amazing. Really, really creative stuff there. And last week, I had you guys work on a little bit of mark making and doodling just to kind of experiment with materials. I talked a little bit about some artists who use unconventional materials such as coffee or tea. Some of you guys got really creative. That was really cool. And we learned also about the artist Yayoi Kusama, who is this great artist who does mark making as part of her method. So we watched a video and answered a couple questions. And that's what we've done so far in art. Not as much as we normally would do. Trying to keep things simpler for you all. So most of the assignments you complete and you upload a picture or a video of what you did. This week, if for those of you who are caught up or just want to do a little bit of extra, I have posted some drawing challenges. I have one specifically for May, and I know we're a couple of days into May, but you could catch up. That's this one here. And so it's telling you something to draw every single day of May. Okay, some are more simple, some are more complicated. I really love this list because it's so random a little bit, like zucchini. I don't know, maybe because gardening, it's spring-ish, and that's a seasonal vegetable for this time of year. But I think it's really cool, and I love drawing challenges because they push you to be really creative and kind of interpret these prompts, kind of like a writing prompt. You get like a theme or a sentence, and you have to create a story around that. Well, this is kind of creating a drawing around this prompt. And so I have seen those of you who've had me in class, we've done these sometimes, and they're super, super fun and really creative. So I have a 25-day drawing challenge, and then I also have a May drawing challenge. So feel free to do a handful of those or do all of them over the next month. That would be awesome. Okay, but again, that's optional. Okay, and so I will have links to turning in those assignments as well. Okay, and one last thing I wanted to show you. On the front of your It's Learning page over here on the right hand side is a link to our school NFMS Art YouTube channel. And if you click on that, if you're struggling, like for some reason, if It's Learning isn't working really well, you can click on that. Not every single thing, but most of the videos that I make, I try to post on this YouTube channel because I know sometimes our It's Learning platform isn't always working out really well. All right, let me know if you need anything, and I hope you really take advantage of this week to catch up on my class and maybe some other classes as well. And after this week, we'll do a couple more assignments for the year, and then we'll be done. Okay, here you go. You can see all the videos here that we've done so far. Okay. All righty. Well, have a good week. Bye.